He-Man, master of the harp verse. Okay. The next part of this procedure is we're going to be doing a couple of things at the same time here. Danielle is going to be dismounting the pedals. So there's a couple of things that we have to do here. We have to disconnect the pedals from the rods, and then we have to disconnect the springs, and then unscrew the rods, unscrew the pedals, take the pedals off, and then we're going to get something out of the middle of the column. Has anybody here ever had a broken rod? Okay, has anybody ever had to replace a rod? You've heard of this? Yeah. How old is your harp? Okay. And in the back in the red, the heartbeat?
It was a studio harp.
It was a studio harp, okay, from the UNT, University of North Texas Harp Studio. And some of those harps are a little older. Who else broke a rod over here? Okay, you. Yeah. 1966. Molly?
It was 10, 12 years old?
From today.
Oh, from
At the harp.
at the time of the rock.
You were 10 or 12.
Oh, no, the harp.
The harp. Okay, but so today the harp would be 10 or 12?
Today the harp is 18?
About 1890?
18, 19. 18 or 19.
1819? That's really old. We have to have forgiveness. Okay, almost all those people you should notice their harps are old, are a little bit old. They're older than 40 years old. The younger people, how many people have a harp that was made since 1990? Okay. Any of you broke a rod? On your younger harp? Yeah? Naomi is the exception. Barbara? Right. Well, there was, with Line and Healy and Salvi in particular, because they use rods, Camac uses cables. It's a different system, okay? It has been known that they have failed a few times too, meaning they broke. But extremely rare. But you notice the harps that are really since like 1990 are far less likely to break rods because there was a technological change that was done to the two of them so that they don't break. So it's a pretty much a rarity to break a pedal rod, and it is kind of scary. Joe's taking around and showing you one of the pedal springs. It's a bit hairy. That's from Miso the cat. We find when we take bases off, we find all sorts of stuff in there. Little mouse gifts. Spider nests are very common, unusually common. So Danielle has disconnected and removed all of the pedal springs. The pedal springs are very interesting things. You think that they just push the pedal up, that they just push it up the flat, and indeed they do, but they also have another function too, which is to keep the pedal in the notch. Okay, so that when you push it down and you put it into the notch, that it stays there. Now, somebody had a harp that the pedal is not staying in the notch. Somebody asked me just this morning. Someone here? Yes. Okay. No, your pedal won't go into flat. Your pedal is delayed. It's called sluggish. Somebody else had a pedal that they put down in the sharp and it won't stay down in there, and it pops out. That's a common thing. Well, usually the adjustment that's done, one of the more common adjustments for that is an adjustment to the spring, so that the spring actually will keep the pedal in the slot. Danielle now is disconnecting the pedal rod couplings and unscrewing the pedal bars. This is actually, excuse me, I used the wrong term. That's actually called a pedal lever. Pedal lever is the whole assembly. It's already got you see the pedal brass. Do you ever know what that thing that folds up and down? That's called the pedal brass. And then there's a pedal cap on the pedal brass. At the other end, Joe, will you point to it? The other end. The other end. The one without the pedal brass. The other end. There, okay. That's what I was going to say when you pointed to it. Okay. At the other end of the pedal is what's called the pedal fulcrum, which is the hinge where the pedal rests. So all along the length of the pedal, there's all sorts of these connections that go on, and we as technicians have to understand the different vintages, the different manners, because they're actually the way that's connected has changed over time. The threadings of the parts have changed. So we have to understand the different idiosyncratic problems that can happen with them. There are some pedals that, like the lower pedal that you see, that is a pedal that any regulator doesn't even need to, immediately looks at that and says, which pedal is that, Steve? Moss?
The one on the right hand? The C pedal?
Okay, we all know that. Yeah, he's right. That the pedals that are straight, the pedal lever that is straight, and that part that's straight, that's called the pedal bar. The straight part, we know if it's straight, it goes on the left side, and the other one, that's a right pedal. We don't know how deep it's bent. It's just bent. We know it goes on the right.